Okay.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No! No!
How can I smash all these training dummies at once?
Look over there! She's all by herself, right? Because she's acting as if she's talking What? You mean, you used to... so is this an invisible friend who hangs out with you sometimes? Or do they just exist in your imagination? Imagination? Oh, you must mean imagined friend, right? Why didn't you just say... So, this imaginary friend of yours, when does Paimon get to meet them? Seriously? So, imaginary friends just disappear when you grow up? Oh, Paimon was looking forward to meeting yours. Hey, don't... No way! You guys are so lucky! Because they have this game in Liyue. Have you heard of it? It's a 4-player game, but it seems you guys could play it with just the 2 of you.
Oh, Traveler. Fancy meeting you here.
Tone deaf bard. What are you doing here?
I'm here because Lisa has been making some exciting new contraptions.
Why does the thought of Lisa's contraptions make Paimon so nervous?
Come now, that's no way to speak about the elegant Miss Lisa. For this particular contraption, Lisa had to import some dangerous materials from Sumeru.
Dangerous?
That's right. Looks like a monocle, but actually it's called an Ernama detector. Sadly, Lisa isn't able to use it herself, so I'm borrowing it for a while. And also, I'm testing it out for her, to see if it actually works.
Huh?
If you want to know for sure, just ask her yourself sometime.
So, you can see them? Go on, tell us. What does his imaginary friend look like?
That would be telling. Anyway, it's all yours now, Traveler. Take a look. See if you can see Nora's imaginary friend.
Do you see him? Do you see him?
So it does work for you two.
Paimon wants to see? Wait, but this gizmo isn't in... Alright then, you'll just have to be Paimon's eyes on the ground. Let's go see what everyone's... Flora from the flower shop always seems kinda floaty-headed, you know? Paimon bets she has an imaginary friend.
There it is! Behold.
Wait, imaginary friends can be plants now?
Hi, Traveler. Hi, Bard. Sure. How can I help? Mr. Floaty is my bestest friend. Say hello, Mr. Floaty. They can see you.
No fair. Paimon hates feeling left out.
Flora, why exactly are you friends with a bloaty floaty?
What's wrong with it? I always wanted to be friends with a plant who could fly.
Friends with a flying plant? Why?
Because then when it's windy, you and your friend can fly off into the sky together. You gotta admit that...
Isn't that called being blown away?
That's what some people like to call it. I only found... I think his name was... Stanley. Stanley's an adventurer. And you can tell he's an expert at it from the stories he tells. The Amazing Adventures of Stanley are super famous in Mondstadt. He's in the city at the moment. You should go ask him to tell you some of his stories.
That sounds like a fun idea for next time. But right now we have other things to attend to.
Flora's a pretty mysterious kid.
Which child shall we interrogate next?
Paimon's thinking. Oh, how about that little guy on the bridge?
Well, that is unexpected.
Timmy's imaginary friend is a ruin guard? Paimon's freaking out right now. That thing is sure to attack us.
What say you we postpone our conversation with Timmy?
Huh? Paimon has a favorite line. Sir? How about... Children are more open-minded. Is that why they can think up all kinds of imaginary friends?
Fitting, isn't it? That the City of Freedom should be home to children with such boundless powers of imagination.
What about adults' imaginations? Let's ask some adults at the tavern.
If I take a back alley,
The thing about wine is, you have to drink it at the tavern, or you miss out on half the fun.
Seems to me you'd find some way of keeping yourself amused even if you drank alone.
If I didn't know any better, I would say you're being deliberately...
Just drink responsibly on my premises, okay?
Oh, and if I did have one too many, what then? You'd throw me out along with the trash, is that it?
Throw you out?
You know, the same way you threw...
I see no reason to cling to things that have outlived...
Is that so?
Sorry.
That's odd.
Seems our suspicions were right. Grown-ups don't appear...
Like I said, a lack of childlike wonder.
So people just stop dreaming when they grow up? Okay, well,
This raises an interesting question. Let's go... How about Ellen? Someone of her age surely must have some imagination left, don't you think?
Uh-oh. Somehow, Paimon finds the idea of not being able to see Ellen's imaginary friend kinda scary.
another meaningless day. You gotta try, Don.
Haven't you heard?
Welcome. How can I help you?
Not that she...
Oh, hello. What are you guys doing?
Are you always training here?
You bet. Today, I heard Stanley talking about his adventures. It was incredible. It got me really pumped up. I hope I can be as outstanding as him one day.
So that you can fight shoulder to shoulder with Master G.
I mean, obviously, I want to become a knight.
Seems Alan really looks up to Jean.
Huh, thanks! I was thinking, it's not every day I get to hang out with the honorary knight. Would you... How can I smash all these training dummies at once?
Haven't you heard?
Add. How can I smash all these training dummies at once?
Nice and spicy.
Shame. Didn't manage to. How can I smash all these training dummies at once? Shame. Didn't. How can I smash all these training dummies at once? So that's how to do it. Oh, thank.
So modest. I, for one, think you're quite the pro at this already.
Well, I'm exhausted from training, so clearly my fitness needs.
Alan, she's our girl. If she can't do it...
Thanks. Shoot, I got so caught up here. But I'm so sore from training. Honorary knight. Could you deliver a message to Jack for me? He's a friend of mine. recently started it. We were gonna meet up tonight and discuss adventure plans. Could you let him know it'll have to be another day? If I'm not mistaken, you should find him at the Temple of the Lion. Stanley's a truly legendary adventurer. Renowned. Great! Thank you so much.
The Temple of the Lion? We explored this place once before, didn't we? During the Storm Terror incident. Seems like it's now a hot spot for adventurers. That can only mean one thing. We didn't bag all the loot last time! Looks like we can't go any further.
Not to worry. Allow me. Those who wander in the dust, the wind shall send soaring sky high. Wouldn't gliding be faster? Here we go!
I was so...
To be fair, so,
Yes.
Actually,
Ellen has a
Oh,
whoa.
Well then, how would everyone like to proceed? Head
Well, I think you're now in the safe hands of Stanley, the great in which case, why head back now?
Okay, motion passed by unanimous consent.
So, I'm guessing you mostly came here because you want to hear my adventure story. Am I right?
No, we really were just looking for Jack.
What? Do you know who I am? I am Stanley, renowned adventurer of Mondstadt.
Yeah, I think we got that.
Attitude. You know that. I am Stanley, the living legend. Stanley who braved the Manjabari.
Enough already. Ugh. Stop name-dropping yourself every time you open your mouth.
it's true, though. Stanley is the most amazing guy.
Well, Jack will listen. Where was I?
You and your partner reached the Merdivari, a famously terrifying place with not a wisp of wind.
Precisely. There was a deathly silence in the air. A sea of ashes stretched out before me, as far as the eye could see. Suddenly, my partner was caught in a whirlpool ripped up by an evil beast. Luckily, I managed to grab hold of him just in time.
Wow. So, did he make it?
Sadly, I alone was set free in home relatives more. With the gentle breeze carried away the tears welling up in my eyes.
That poor guy. How could that happen?
Jack, you can't cry so easily if you want to be a great adventurer.
I know. Because an adventurer's proudest achievement is to die in the course of their final adventure. But whatever happens, no adventurer should ever die in a place where the wind doesn't blow. The wind has to bring the spirit back to Mondstadt.
That's right. To die in a place where the wind and have your spirit carried back to Mondstadt in the wind.
Yeah. Although, the most I can aspire to right now is beginner's commissions, like clearing out the slimes clogging up the sewers.
You shouldn't die in a place with no wind. Why do they keep going on about that? Is that why Stanley thinks the Merdivari is the most terrifying place in the world? Because there's no wind there?
Traveler, could I ask you to use the Nerna...
What? Stanley has an imaginary friend?
It seems his imaginary friend is a seasoned warrior, covered in scars from head to foot. You're saying his imaginary... Interesting,
Please excuse me.
Bye, Stanley. Do you two still have time to...
What is it?
A few days ago, Stanley got drunk and told me a secret. The weapons he took on his adventure all those years ago. They were none other than those once wielded by Mondstadt. I don't know whether you believe me, but since you guys are the experts, you bet. If I can just get a hold of something impressive enough to show my family what I'm capable of. Right now, I'm just a rookie. My abilities are limited. So, what do you say? I can't bring myself to tell Stanley about...
Aw, poor Jack. Venti.
Oh, one other
Dada Upa Gorge!
By royal decree.
Hey, that bunch of healing churros. Are they holding some kind of ceremony? And what's with that pile of knickknacks? Are they worshiping them?
Seems so. That must be the Sword of Brilliant Valor, surely.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Are you Why would Hilly...
Seems somebody tossed an
This is in terrible shape. And it.
If you saw one in broad daylight, is valor not the same? When everything is going your way, it seems meaningless. Fades into the background.
You're right. You're right.
Let's scout a...
There's somebody there.
Stanley?
He's acting
What happened? Why did you stop all of a sudden?
Huh? Oh,
What? Where?
May Maybe another time.
Oz, reveal thyself. Ow. Teamwork is teamwork. Race you.
Lo and behold.
Liar, liar, pants on fire. A chunk of scrap wood with the handle.
There's also wine stains on it. Yeah,
And yet, my bard's intuition tells me that this is none other than the shield of magnificent warriors wear their battle scars with pride. And shields are no different. Surely an intact shield is one that has shied. Though the soldier's body be tired and torn, still they fight till the very end, till they have no blood left to bleed.
You do have a point. Shiny new shields don't stay new and shiny for long. Okay then. Well, maybe if we ask nicely, he'll just let us take. Ahem. Well, okay. You take it from here. Hope you've picked up some hilly trillium by now. If not, seems cheerful enough. Maybe negotiating will work out. Uh-oh. He did not seem to appreciate that. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Eat this! Hey!
guys, thank you so much. Mom, Dad, check out the legendary.
Hey, what? The wine! You promised! What are you doing here, Stanley? Out for a stroll?
Hey, what are you doing here, Bard?
Oh, that's right. An after-dinner stroll, to be precise.
Paimon's starting to think Stanley might be a fraud. Did Stanley plant the sword and shield here in advance?
Adventurers must be pretty familiar with Dadaupa Gorge.
You better believe.
Wow. Then I admire your perseverance and your...
It's only to be expected. I'll get back to my, stroll now.
Guilty conscience much?
Well, he shouldn't have gotten so carried away bragging to Jack, should he? Although, on further reflection, I must say I'm intrigued. Someone who can't let go of... I wonder...
What are you talking?
Anyway... Adventure time!
Tell me, Stan. Tell me, what should I...
Huh? Why does he keep repeating his own name?
Surely not. Even I've never heard tell of a second Stanley.
Oh, Stan. It should have been me. I should have been the one to die in the Melchivari that day. Why won't your spirit come and stop me from using your name? Why? If only you hadn't had to save a rookie like you were a renowned adventurer, destined to become a legend one day.
Does anyone get what's going on here?
I think our friend really did make it to the Merjavari. And I think the tragedy he encountered there was real too. But the real adventurer, the real Stanley, the real Stanley is the one who died to save our Stanley.
Wait, so the...
I fear that may be the case.
Stanley, for so many years I've lived in fear. Fear Mondstadt must remember. Stanley will never die. I'm sorry, Stanley. Are you guys planning on eavesdropping much longer?
Yikes!
Go away.
But...
Leave now. Don't make me tell you.
Honorary Knight, Venti, and Paimon. I'm so glad you guys are here. I've been looking for you everywhere. I wanted to thank you again for helping me find the sword.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really. They even said they're gonna pay for someone to fix up the Sword of Brilliant Valor and Shield of Magnificent Honor for me. So
That's wonderful! So, Jack, is this the part where you bid farewell to Mondstadt and set off on your intrepid trip traversing Teyvat?
no, not yet. I still don't have what it takes to go too far from home just yet. Besides, I'm sure Stanley still has a few stories left to tell. Stanley, Oh, you're drunk again. We'll see you tomorrow then. After your
Stanley's really...
Jack.
Jack left.
Oh.
Huh? All of...
Just now, I couldn't bear to look just a weary old feckless fraud. But that kid is a brand new shining star, full of potential.
You're not a total fraud. Stanley's adventure stories and experiences. They're all true, aren't...
Stories? To be honest, my memories of adventuring and of Stanley. That's my biggest secret of all. All these years, I've been living to tell. But the one thing I can never forget is that he died in a windless land.
Exactly. Even in his memory, the real Stanley isn't the living, breathing. Instead, he's become fixed on the image of him as that battle-scarred warrior. And that image has held him captive his entire life.
I'm too old. I'm completely and utterly worthless. No adventurer should have to go that way. No adventurer ever.
Hans Archibald.
My true name? How did you know? The wind. I can hear the wind blowing in the Mare Javari. I always believed you existed.
Will you hand me your old friend's spirit?
I can't believe it. Thank you all. And thank you, Lord. I'm sorry. It's gonna take me some time to... But... I think that...
Ah, wonder. This calls for a
And by libation, you mean you're not leaving this tavern to...
No, the wine here's too expensive. Jack still owes me some wine, though. He promised me a rare vintage in exchange for helping him out, remember? I'll head off to fetch the wine.
Huh? Where's that supposed to be? Why has Paimon never...
Adventure time! Off we go! Adventure time! Adventure time! Off we go! You made it. Fine.
Just tell us where you meet next time. Oh. So...
Yep. Well, sort of. Jack made it out to be a rare collector's edition vintage, when actually it's just a half bottle of regular cider. This takes me back. The first time I saw this view, I hadn't even taken on this form yet. It was about 2,600 years ago, before the world had come under the rule of the Seven. At that time, old Mondstadt was ruled by a tyrant, who sealed off the city's perimeter with a ferocious hurricane.
Old Mondstadt? Oh, Paimon remembers! Nowadays it's known as Storm Terror's lair, right? You mentioned it before.
That's right. The Tyrant of the Winds who once ruled from that tower was Decarabian, god of storms. Back then, I was but a wisp among the 1,000 winds. I wasn't a god of anything. I didn't even have a human form. I was just a tiny elemental being who lived in the wind, a gentle breeze bringing subtle changes for the better, or tiny seeds of hope.
A tiny elemental.
Yep. My current form is not so different from the situation with fake Stanley. I took the form of a friend. In old Mondstadt transpired the story to be told. Where a tyrant ruled, I met a boy not that old. The lyre he played, and for a song he sought. But storm walls blocked blue sky, he was sincerely distraught. I do so wish to see the birds in flight, said he, his strong eyes filling with light. But his voice was lost in the howling wind's churn, for the whirlwind takes and gives not in return. The true sky and songs that cageless soar, were they not wishes worth fighting for? So the boy turned, extending his hand. Let us cast down the tyrant and his walls from this land. The young boy raised then the flag of revolt, and I threw myself into freedom's tumult. Victorious were we who fought to be free. Gods fell, winds whipped, nations shook violently. In the smoke, a despot met his doom, and we watched as his great tower fell none too soon. Mondstadt began anew, the story passed down, and since then never has another worn its crown.
So then what? What happened to your friend?
Say, Paimon, do you wish to hear the next part of the story?
Yes, of course. The suspense is... Now's the time...
Getting a little...
Paimon's had it up to here with you.
You know, you're so smart it almost makes... But then, maybe it's right that true friends can tell what the other is thinking. A refreshing drink, a gentle breeze... Moments like this always take back to a song that I first heard from him. Fly, fly away. Like a bird in the sky. See the world on my behalf. To the heavens may you fly.